Mars 2020 Perseverance rover mission is a part of NASA's historic Mars exploration program.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the signs of past life.
When Perseverance landed on Feb 18, 2021, it joined its older cousin Curiosity rover, which is roaming around Mars since 2012. This is one of the most important Mars missions to date, as NASA is pushing its limit to know more about the red planet and to see how humans can be a part of Martian environment sometime in the future. Perseverance rover has 4 very critical missions to do in this Mars 2020 mission. Let's discuss all 4 missions in detail here. Mission 1. Explore for inhabitable environment. Looking for past environments that were suitable for life is one of the main objectives of Perseverance. All past rover missions and the satellite orbiting the red planet have found clear evidence that the Martian plain was once rich with water bodies and was warm enough to offer a great climate much similar to that of Earth. Habitability factors are many. Water is one of the main factors, and other factors may include the presence of essential nutrients and metals, or presence of oxidants, or some common factors such as temperature, protection from UV, underground water, and presence of glaciers, and so on. So Perseverance is in a mission to identify and collect more evidence on Mars environment that is capable of supporting life, which will be mainly focused around its landing site, the Jezero crater, which was probably a lake 3.5 billion years ago. Mission 2. Looking for any signs of life, past or present. The existence of habitable conditions doesn't necessarily indicate the presence of life. The probability of finding any living organisms right now in the harsh environment seems to be close to none, but still, NASA and other scientists are positive about the fact that life existed on Mars at some point. As of today, Jezero crater features a noticeable river delta that would have deposited many sediments over billions of years, which is more likely to preserve the trace of any living things of the past. Hence, exploring Jezero for fossils and similar elements becomes a critical mission for the Perseverance rover. Mission number 3. Collecting Mars samples. As the rover roams around the red planet, scientists identify a target of interest such as rocks. Percy will then initiate drilling to collect samples from it. Percy's rotary drill penetrates about 5 cm into the target material to collect core samples. Samples that will weigh around 15 grams are then moved into a pre-cleaned tube and then sealed. Each sample tubes are then placed in an onboard storage rack, and the rover carries it until the mission team chooses a strategic location on the Martian surface to leave the tube. This demonstrates a new rover capability of gathering, storing, and preserving samples. Anyways, as many as 31 samples will be collected, which may include rock cores, surface soil, and dust. A future mission by NASA in partnership with ESA is already being planned to bring back all these scattered samples from the Martian surface back to the Earth. Later on, detailed analysis can be done over these materials, which will give us a better understanding of Mars and other possibilities of future Mars explorations. Mission number 4 is to prepare Mars for humans. Now on to the big question: when will humans land on Mars? SpaceX's ambitious Mars mission using the Starship spacecraft is already being planned for a crewed mission by 2024 or by 2026. Many more similar missions will follow later this decade and into the next. So it is very important to test and make use of Mars' natural resources for life support and to make living and working easier for first humans on Mars. For example, the Martian atmosphere is 96% carbon dioxide. So Perseverance will be testing a new technology for producing oxygen from the Martian atmosphere. And to do this, they will use an instrument called the MOXIE. MOXIE will breathe in the CO2-rich atmosphere and breathe out a small amount of oxygen. Using MOXIE, oxygen production rate is estimated to be around 10 grams per hour. Sounds cool, right? Anyways, rover will also be studying the weather and dust in the atmosphere. Such studies will give a better understanding of the Martian seasons and for any possible hazards caused by the Martian dust. So, Mars is millions of miles away from Earth, and all these developments happening in the last decade are bringing us very closer to Mars. Even if Perseverance does not find any signs of past life, it's still fine. This Mars mission still be a gateway for future human life on Mars. If you managed to reach till this point, make sure to like the video and press the subscribe button now. See you again. Bye.